โอเคครับทุกคนเห็นหน้าจออาจารย์ไหมเอ่ย
เห็นค่ะ
โอเคเยี่ยมครับสักครู่นะแล้วก็โอเค Okay, so let's get started. Today we're gonna talk about the chapter 5 we call a software computer. Why do we need to know about the software computer? It's because the software is a fully appreciate to need of the value of variety of the software available that sure that fit with the hardware that we learned from the last time. Okay, the one common way of the describe hardware and software is to say that software can be taught as a variable part of the computer. The software is kind like one part that important to process and understand how the mechanic work. The hard okay, there are many types of the category of the software that we will focus on attention of the different type of the software in this chapter. So the last time that we talked about the hardware is the part that can get the input, process output from the keyboard, mouse to the CPU, GPU, and then output from the printer or monitor. But the software, we have a variety many type of the software right now. Okay, so let's go through this chapter together. Okay, the first one, the major type of the function that application software is available to use to show to the next slide. Okay, we talk about the application software for end user that we are focused on. Include a variety of the program that can be subdivided in general purpose. Okay, let's show you its general purpose and the functional specific application category. The general purpose application program are the program that perform common information process job for the end user, like us. Okay, we talk about the word processing, spreadsheet, database management, a graphic program, are popular with the microcomputer user, like for the home use, like Photoshop, like Premiere Pro, that for the end user. For the home education, business specific, and many purpose. Because they are significantly increase the productivity for the end user like us, they have a sometimes known as the productivity package, like a web browser, email, groupware, like Microsoft Office is productivity package. And also not for just the end user, it's for support a communication and collaboration for work group as a team with a team. Okay, so here we talk about the computer software at the top of the graph. When we talk about the computer software, we separate into two sides. The first one is application software to perform information process task for the end user like us. And another side is system software. System software is for manage and support operation of the computer system and the networking. When we talk about the end user side, okay, here. The end user side, we talk about the general purpose application program like a software suite, like Microsoft Suite, Adobe Suite, web browser, email, web processing, spreadsheet, database management, presentation like PowerPoint, personal information management, and groupware. That is side of the general purpose of the application program, like for the end user mostly. And then we talk about the application specific program, like business accounting, transaction processing, customer relationship, management, enterprise, resource planning, electronic commerce, science and engineering, education, entertainment. Like when we talk about the application specific program, we talk about the mostly enterprise for the job. We talk about the SAP that for the enterprise, like kind of like a ERP, the enterprise resource planning. And then we talk about the education entertainment. Education entertainment, we have mostly we can use the SPSS for running statistic. It's for education. We know what to do with the data and management of the data. And then we move to the software system, system for system software. So the system management program, like the first one that, as we know, like operation system. Operation system is OS, like Word, Unix, iOS, Android. That operation system. And another one is the networking management program, database management system, application server, system utility, perform as security monitor. For the system development program, like program language translator, program editor to computer and software engineering case package. That is for the programmer side. Then now we know that the software can separate into two sides. The first one is the application software for the end user like us. And another one is the system software for the computer to communicate with themselves, communicate with the network, communicate with another server, another computer to translate the programming language to each other. So after that, we talk about the business application software. We have a lot of the thousand of function. 1,000 of the function specific application software package are available to support specific application for the end user in the business. Like for example, business application software support the re-engineering and automation of the business process with the strategic e-business application like a customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning, ERP, like I told you before, supply chain management, and also we have like a software package that web enable electric commerce application to connect from the what we call it like online to offline, offline to online. So the program is connect the data among them, O to O. Another, when we talk about the web enabled electric commerce application, you can see right now is very popular, like Alibaba, Shopee, Lazada, JD Central. It's a web enabled electric commerce. Everything done online. And another one is their application for a functional area of the business, like a human resource management. We talk about the human resource management is quite big deal because we need to manage people inside organization. We need to know a money, loan, everything from our employee. So the human resource management helped to know how it's going on with our employee. And then we have the account and the finance that need to connect to each other because we need to know that each employee, how much they salary, how much do we need to pay them. So we cannot like doing the old fashioned way, like putting on the journal, putting on the paper and stuff. So we need a software to help us. And then we talk about the software empower management and business professional for a decision making. So one side we talk about the enterprise. Enterprise is for one the operation. Another one is we need a software helping us to make a decision. That is important too. You see that the one side for the business application software is for employee, for operation to manage it. But we have another side, the top side for the management to understand the decision making. So it's like a data mining enterprise information portal here. Wait. Mouse high. Okay. Yeah. Enterprise information portal, knowledge management system like Oracle e-business Pro. SAP or Oracle is kind of like ERP application that help operation to manage and understand inside organization, and also for the top management to understand what happened with inside application as well. Okay, when we look at the Oracle e-business suite, in each function, it link and help to each other. Okay, the first one is admin planning, e-commerce, financial, manufacturer, procurement, project, and training. Business intelligence, enterprise asset management, human resource program, product development, sales, treasury, contract exchange, interaction, order fulfillment, professional service automation, and the service. You can see that total in the package of the Oracle e-business suite, we have like many functions. The most important things is all functions need to be linked into one database. Because when we do any transaction, it needs to be kept in the database, and then anyone can look at into the database and use most out of it. Okay. When we talk about the software suite and integrate package, like we talked before, Microsoft Office, Lotus, Smart Suite, Adobe Premiere, Adobe package. Because a lot of right now, they want to sell you a software suite because it's cost cheaper than buy individually. And the most important of the software suite is the GUI, the graphic user interface. Mostly icon to status bar is appear similar. So the end user like us easily to understand and using them. Okay, the web browser and more. The most important software component for the many computer user today is the one simple limit, but now powerful and feature rich like a web browser. ไม่ว่าจะเป็น Chrome ไม่ว่าจะเป็น Chrome ไม่ว่าจะเป็น Firefox ไม่ว่าจะเป็น Microsoft Explorer. The software application designed to support navigation through point and click hyperlink. We call that like World Wide Web to the rest of the internet. As well covered intranet and extranet. So it's quite easy for the end user to launch, to search, email, multimedia file, transfer, decision group, and many of the internet-based applications. You can see that nowadays the popular of the web browser is beyond like more than 20 years ago. ยังอยู่กับอาจารย์ไหมเนี่ยทุกคนขอเสียงหน่อยเร็ว
อยู่ค่ะ
โอเคขอบคุณครับ นึกว่าตายไปแล้ว เห็นเงียบ โอเคมาแล้วเดี๋ยวเราจะมา point out กันนะครับว่าตรงไหนที่เป็นส่วนที่สำคัญ Okay, the operating system is a OS that is the program that manage of the operation of the CPU, control input output. ก็คือพูดง่ายๆเป็นหัวใจไว้จัดการคอมพิวเตอร์ input output resource activity and the product. Operation system minimize the amount of the human intervene required during processing. It helps your application program perform common operations such as like a network, entering data, saving, retrieve file, print out, blah blah blah. So the OS it helps the end user. It helps communicate the activity of the end user through the hardware. So the end user no need to do it. Okay, I want you guys to understand this one. Okay, the middle is the computer hardware, and then the system software, and then the application software, and then the end user, like us. So I want you guys to understand why and how the computer hardware need to communicate with the system software first, and then application software, and then end user. Like I told you before. Okay, so the operating system function, the user interface, like the interface is a part of operation system that allow you to communicate with it. So you can load program, asset file, and accomplish each task that you want to do. Three main types of the user interface are command driven, menu driven, and graphical user interface here. The trend in the user interface of operating system, other software is moving far from the beat of the end user command. So mostly now we use a GUI, the graphic user interface, like Word, Windows. ไอ้ที่เราเห็นบนหน้าจอของเราเนี่ยที่เราเอาเมาส์เลื่อนได้คลิกได้เนี่ยเป็น graphic user interface เราไม่ได้ใช้เป็น coding command หรือเราไม่ได้ใช้เป็นเมนูต่อไปแล้วนะครับโอเค The resource management. An operating system use a variety of the resource managed program to manage the hardware and network result of the computer system, include like a CPU, memory, second storage device. เมาส์หายOkay. For example, the memory management program keep track of where your data and the program are stored in the hard disk in the memory. They may be all subdivide memory into the number sections, swap part, program data. But this process can provide computer system with a visual memory capacity that is a significant larger than real memory capacity in the primary storage. The computer with a visual memory can be process large program a greater amount of the data than the capacity of the chip normally allow. The file management it help is an operating system contain file management program to control, create, delete the asset of file data in the program. That's it. A task management is a task managed program that operating system help to accomplish the computing task of the end user or us. Here, the basic function of the operation system include the user interface, resource management, task management, file management, utility, and other function. Here, the user interface, the resource management, task management, file management, utility. For the multitask, we can call like a multi-programming or the time sharing in a task management approach to allow the several computer tasks to be performed seamlessly, simultaneous fashion. It in reality multitask assign only one task at a time to the CPU, but it switch from one program to another so quickly that give appear to be in the same time เพราะว่าเวลาสมมติว่าเราสั่งงานไปให้ใน CPU ทำเนี่ยส่วนใหญ่ก็ CPU ทำงาน1งานเท่านั้นแต่พอเป็นทำเป็น multitask โปรแกรมคือ CPU จะทำงานอย่างรวดเร็วในการ switch จากโปรแกรมนึงไปอีกโปรแกรมนึงอีกโปรแกรมนึงไปอีกโปรแกรมนึงอย่างรวดเร็วทำให้เรารู้สึกว่าเหมือนงานมันทำพร้อมกันทั้งหมดนั่นเองนะครับตอนนี้มาถึงตรงนี้ทุกคนเข้าใจขนาดไหนบ้างหลับกันไปยังมีคำถามอะไรไหม
ครูคะเดี๋ยวหนูกับสุภาพิษอาจจะออกไปข้างนอกอะค่ะเดี๋ยวสัญญาณอาจจะหายไปเพราะว่าไม่มี Wi-Fi อะค่ะ
อ๋อโอเคได้ครับ
ครูใกล้จะบอกในข้อสอบหรือยังคะ
เมื่อกี้บอกไปแล้วไงเมื่อกี้บอกไปแล้วไงเห็นเปล่า
เมื่อกี้คือในข้อสอบ
ใช่
เราอยู่ด้วยกัน
เรียกอะไรนะบอกว่าบอกครูไม่ต้องพูดแล้วค่ะครูบอกหนูว่าจะสอบตรงไหนมาเถอะค่ะหนูก็ขี้เกียจฟังครูเหมือนกันค่ะโอเคเดี๋ยวเราจะมีอีกนิดนึงนะครับอีกนิดนึงแล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะปล่อยให้พวกคุณไปทำธุระแล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะให้ทำงานส่งนิดหน่อยนะครับเพราะว่าตอนนี้มันเป็นออนไลน์เนอะพอมันในห้องมันส่งในห้องมันลำบากก็เดี๋ยวassignงานแล้วก็ทำกลับมาโอเคจะได้พวกคุณจะได้เป็น manage time ของพวกคุณเองด้วยแล้วก็ understand งานด้วยนะโอเคปะโอเค so here is the summary of the software to understand summary of each word like software, application software, system software, operating software, and programming language. Okay. And that's it for today. ดีไหมโอเคเดี๋ยวอาจารย์ให้ดูอันนี้อีกนิดนึงนะครับไหนมีใครยังอยู่ในห้องอีกเยอะไหมเนี่ยหรือจะไปกันหมดแล้วเนี่ยโอเคI'm gonna review real quick and then we're gonna talk about the midterm exam midterm take home exam okay here okay แป๊บนะOkay, guys. here is the review of your midterm. What we gonna call? What we gonna call? We call open book take home exam จะเป็นข้อเขียนนะครับ ข้อเขียน10ข้อ ข้อเขียน10ข้อ ข้อละ2คะแนนนะ Okay. So the first chapter that we're gonna cover is the foundation of the information system in business. Okay. What is the application? ไหนมีปากกาเขียนไม่ว่านะทุกคนเห็นหน้าจออาจารย์ใช่ปะ
เห็นนะคะ
เห็นครับ
Okay, here นี่อันนี้ to understand what the information and management challenge information technology foundation concept development process business application you need to understand and write it down and give an example. Another one is the information system, how the data flow from each strategy to support each other, and don't forget to give the example, give a reason and example ทุกข้อต้องให้เขาเรียกว่าอะไรทุกข้อต้องให้คำอธิบายให้เหตุผลและคำอธิบายแล้วก็ยกตัวอย่างนะ Here the operation management system here the one thing that I want you guys to understand here how to develop information system solution how to develop information system solution to the business problem can be implemented and managed multi-step of the cycle how investigate how analyze how design how implement how maintain and how become a cycle you need to understand and write it down give me a reason and example ทันไหมทุกคนได้ยัง chapter 1 figure 1.2 and information system and 1.6 and also 1.13 okay in the chapter 2 นี่4ข้อไปแล้วเนอะทุกคนยังอยู่กับอาจารย์เปล่าขอเสียงหน่อยเร็ว
อยู่ค่ะ
Okay here the strategy that we talk about the competitive force with the community strategy how this picture represent what give me a reason and the example ของอาจารย์อย่างง่ายมากเลยนะไม่ยากเลยนะ here
คะ
ครับ
2.2 ทำอะไรนะคะครู
นี่ใช่ไหม2 reason and example ให้เขาอธิบายมันคืออะไรแล้วก็ให้เหตุผลรวมถึงให้ยกตัวอย่างด้วยยกตัวอย่างละเอียดที่สุดได้ยิ่งดีแล้วก็มันจะมีข้อนี้ด้วยนะเจฟเบโซอ่ะที่เราเคยดูกันคราวที่แล้วอ่ะอันเนี้ยก็จะออกในข้อสอบด้วยนะจ๊ะ okay. Chapter 3 the hardware computer here the figure 3.10 ได้ยังทันไหมทุกคนรูปนี้ อธิบายแล้วก็ให้เหตุผล here แล้วก็เมื่อกี้มีกี่ข้อแล้วนะมี4บวกอีก2ใช่ไหมนับใหม่นะมี1ข้อ2ข้อ3ข้อ4ข้อ5 6 7อันนี้8 9อันนี้ที่เราสอนไปแล้วก็10ตัวนี้อุ้ยไม่ใช่10เฉพาะตัวนี้นะ 4.15 เนี่ยโอเคทันไหมทุกคนขอเสียงหน่อยเร็ว
ครับผม
ขออีกรอบได้ไหมคะ
โอเคทวนให้อีกรอบนะอันนี้1หน้า5หน้า8กูด่วนว่ามีปากกาป่าวะนี่ไม่มีฮะไม่เป็นไรอันนี้1อันนี้21 23หน้า11 4หน้า16แล้วก็หน้านี้ตัวนี้นะนี่ข้อ5ข้อ6หน้า15นี่นะเจเบโซข้อ7หน้า4ฟิกเกอร์ 3.10 ข้อ8หน้า6ข้อ9หน้า12ข้อ10หน้า16โอเคโอเคไหมทุกคน
คุณครูคะหนูกับสุภาพิตกับชนินการต้องไปแล้วอะค่ะ
โอเคได้นะครับแล้วงั้นก็เราก็จะให้ทุกคนนะครับเดี๋ยวอาจารย์จะส่งงานส่งการบ้านนะครับแล้วก็ให้ซับมิตการบ้านภายในสัปดาห์หน้านะส่งก่อนที่เราจะสอบสัปดาห์หน้านะครับเดี๋ยวอาจารย์ส่ง assignment เข้าไปในกลุ่มให้นะทุกคนจะได้ทำงานแล้วก็อาจารย์จะอัปโหลดวิดีโอนี้ขึ้นไปบน YouTube ให้นะครับสำหรับใครที่ไม่ได้เข้ามาตรงนี้นะจะได้เข้าใจและสอบได้กันทุกคนนะครับทุกคนโอเค
ครับผม
โอเคงั้นนะครับขอให้โชคดีแล้วก็เดี๋ยวอาจารย์ส่งการบ้านไปในทางไลน์แล้วก็ให้พวกคุณเริ่มทำกันได้เลยนะจ๊ะโอเคกูดลัคครับทุกคนแล้วเดี๋ยวเราเจอกันในวันสอบสัปดาห์จ้ะ
ครับผม
ครับโชคดีครับทุกคนสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ